What's up, guys? So, a new year, a new me. We're going to try to change up the content a little bit too. I'm going to try to not be so down in the dumps and the sky's falling. And we'll see if we have a positive outlook for the rest of this year, 2024, going forward. I still got some old content coming out. If you subscribe to the channel and you watch it often, you'll see that I just put kind of like a vlog out or whatnot of, let's see, a load I did, I think, technically last year. It was pretty much right at the end of last year into 2024. And I got a second part of that, and then we're going to try to just jump right ahead to now. So technically this is now anyway, but it's Friday I'll tell you right now, Friday the 6th, I think. Nope, Friday the 5th. And we're going to be going into a snowstorm. That's what we're going to do. I'm in Hubbard, Ohio right now at the interstate warehouse here, which is kind of weird. You got to pretty much check in on your phone, and then you go into the office, or well, I should say the guard shack there, the large guard booth, and you get basically your seat that you checked in and everything. They give you a door, you back the trailer in, at least if you're part of Tyson. You drop it off and you do a drop and hook pretty much. So that's what I'm doing right now. And then we're gonna run over to Alexandria, Kentucky, and pick up a load there. And of course it's going back to Pottsville, which means I'm gonna be driving through this snowstorm. I don't know if I'm gonna actually vlog this trip or not. I'm not 100% sure. Just the miles, I'm going to have to do about 600 miles, just about 589 miles, and most of it's probably a good bit of it's going to be in a snowstorm. So I don't know if I'm going to have time. I don't want all that stress and aggravation trying to set up the camera, do camera angles and all that. So I don't know, maybe I will, maybe I won't. It all depends. But for right now, things are looking up. That, like I said, that second half, or that very last part of the 2023, I kind of talked to a few people inside the company here and said, hey, I need some miles. I have this new truck. You guys were happy that I got this new truck. Well, not happy, but the way they see it, I would imagine as a safety standpoint is, you go from a 07 9400 to a brand new Kenworth next gen. I guess it's relief off the safety manager's shoulders. I don't know. They also wanted me to take pictures of it and everything, and they posted it on their Facebook page and stuff. Hey, look, we are CRL. Look at our owner operators. They have brand new equipment. That kind of crap. So that's I guess that might be a helping hand, because I said, look, I got a real truck payment now. I got to pay for this truck payment. I can't be doing 1,000 miles a week. So far it looks like I bumped up to about 2,000 to 2,500. This week's going to be a short week just because of the holiday and everything. So I don't know exactly how many miles I'm going to be doing here. When I first started here, I was doing 2,500 to 3,000 miles pretty consecutively. And what was nice is most of those miles got me back by the house, so I'd stop by the house, sleep there, see the kids, have dinner and stuff, at least 2 or 3 times a week, and I would get the weekends off. It's just the way the runs I was doing worked out, pretty much down to Henderson and back, and then up through. So usually I had a chance to swing by Pottsville, because it was either part of my pickup or part of my drop, and I got to stay home all the time, or at least a good deal of the time, I should say, not all the time. But things changed. But so far, somebody brought up, F8 brought up that I was talking a little bit about my miles for the year. I pretty much did 80,000 miles right on the dot for the year since I got the truck. I started right in the new year, 2023, with this truck. And I put 80,000 miles on it, and I averaged $250 a mile. Now, with those miles, most of the good paying miles that I got were all in the beginning of the year, up until about, I would say, around July 4th and on. It just started, I started dropping down to like 1,000 miles a week, 1,500 miles a week. And there was, I was getting those loads where there'd be like a 2 or 3 stop, and you would drop off somewhere at 8 o'clock at night, and the next stop did not have an appointment time, I should say. It didn't have an appointment time until, I don't know, we'll say 3 a.m. the following day. So I had huge swaths of 15 hours of sitting around, sometimes 20 hours sitting around, just doing nothing, not getting paid. It's different if you got detention or something, I'd get paid. But when you start basically using me as storage, I guess, or I just had to wait to make the delivery, really, I don't get paid for that. So I pretty much sat around doing nothing most of my weeks, and that's how I ended up with like 1,000 mile or 1,200 miles or whatever. But it looks like so far that's changed. I don't know how long that's going to last. Like I said, I'm going to try to stay upbeat and positive, and so should everybody else. Everybody that's so far that's survived this long. If you survive this long, unless we have like a catastrophic deterioration of the economy, something like pre-COVID or right there, when it happened, where everything just stops and ceases to exist, I think everyone can make it that's made it this far. I mean, you're probably hurting, you're probably grasping at straws and everything, but if you've made it this far and you're still able to pay your bills and be, somewhat profitable, I guess, and survive, when we come out of this, which I don't think it's going to be this year, you probably got one more year, or just about one more year. Maybe I'll give it maybe in the summertime we might see an uptick, because technically rates are starting to uptick a little bit, and that's just because capacity's falling out of the market. But if we can keep this trend up with the low fuel and the little bit of uptick in freight volume, with the capacity starting to decline. When I mean capacity, I mean trucks, authorities. We lost like 100,000 authorities so far. Probably between last year and it's still continuing down. I think last week I heard one of the channels on YouTube, I think it was some dispatch channel, said that we lost, now this is the end of 2023, we lost like 1,200 carriers. So, things might be looking up for us for the most part. Like I said, it just depends if capacity keeps coming down and volumes either stay steady or climb. But that's all going to depend on the economy, and also the election this year. So that's going to be a big reverse Uno card maybe right there. So who knows? But for the most part, I have a good outlook as of right now. But all that can change week to week. I'll end up having like 2 or 3 bad weeks here, and I'll be back here on YouTube complaining that the sky's falling and I ain't making no money. And technically, in the long run, yeah, I'm making money. But when you have spats like that, savings is very important here as an owner operator. And the problem is with me, like I said, I had a lot of old business debt. When COVID hit, I was stuck holding the bag with that, and including the other truck. Pretty much, it was my last hurrah. I grasped at straws and tried to hold on, and like right now I'm just barely clinching it with my teeth, if you want to say, because I have debt. Debt is very bad. And I ended up paying a lot of that debt down really fast. Well, now I need that money because I was getting like 1,000 miles a week. So I was on here complaining and everything. And you know what? Maybe I should stop doing that, because technically, like I said, F8 pointed out, I averaged $2.50 a mile on 80,000 miles. And if I do the math on my costs and everything, that leaves me with $92,000 in my pocket. $92,000 is what I should have been able to take home out of that. now minus taxes from that. But like I said, I have a lot of write-offs that I haven't done. I should be doing my quarterly taxes, but I'm not because, well, I have other years of taxes that I'm still trying to pay for and everything. Like I said, I got a lot of debt, and I have some, I'm a little bit behind on my taxes, and that's no fault of my own. Don't ever put off your taxes, and make sure you have an accountant that actually knows what they're doing, or you'll end up going 1 year owing the IRS $5,000 to $8,000 in taxes, and then the next year you'll end up having a $28,000 tax bill because your accountant didn't know that, or at least the accountant you changed to, because you thought they were a big accounting firm, didn't use your itemized deductions properly, or or your per diem or whatnot. And then you have to go and try to fight the tax man, saying, hey, no, this is what I really owe. I tell you what, the tax man, Uncle Sam, does not like deducting your taxes, even no matter how many forms you send them, you have to fight. And between hiring accountants and tax specialists and stuff, it starts costing a lot of money. So there, like I said, I have money flying out the door all over the place. It's just what it is. No fault of my own. So, like I said, you can still make it here for the most part. And in 2024, like I said, if you're able to survive this long and you made it into 2024, just hang in there. It might get worse. I guess if it gets worse, hey, whatever I'm saying right now is meaningless. But if it doesn't, it doesn't, and we're doing great. So it really depends. And like I said, if you can get out of that, if you can get all the way through this downturn, on the other side, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Because if you were smart and you had some money still laying around right now, and you bought some cheap equipment and stuff, you'll be right there to take advantage of everything. That's if we don't see an overrun in capacity again. That's if a bunch of people on here, which I still see people on YouTube, that's what I'm talking about on here, saying, buy a truck, do this, do that, I'll help you, I'll dispatch you, I'll buy my program, call me up and I'll charge you, $200 for the hour or whatnot, or 30 minutes to coach you through this environment, and so you'll get the money that you deserve, and you'll see those $4 a mile rates and everything. As long as we don't keep doing that here on YouTube, which I still see it, even what the heck? All right, somebody just dropped their trailer. Well, I'm not gonna make fun of them because people get mad when I show the bad apparently in trucking and the stupidity, but I guess that understands why the back of his truck's also all smashed in too. It's like a newer Peterbilt too, like a 2020, and yeah, he'd decided to smash the whole corner in on it. All right, yeah, I got carried away over there with what's going on over there. But anyway, like I said, if you can come into this market with a little bit of money, and like I said, when the uptick comes around, you'll be sitting high on the hog. But that all depends, like I said, capacity and stuff, and I'm pretty much overlaying what I already said. So I'm gonna get out of here and head up to Kentucky, and down to Kentucky. I said down to Kentucky. I'm gonna go ahead and head down to Kentucky. And yeah, welcome to 2024, and hope everything goes all right, guys. So, Jackknife out.